All right, first order of business.
Approval of the minutes of November 4th, 2025.
All right. Welcome back. Mr. Price moves. And Councilmember Park seconds.
Yes, good morning, council members.
Good morning.
I want to say I really appreciate the
Speaker?
District 13th council member, Hugo Soto Martinez, in his response to my email and stating that he wanted to meet with me regarding the issues that were stated in my email. And I'm hoping that there can be a day and time set for that meeting to take place in person. Please keep me updated. I do have other people that are very interested in what I'm doing as well, so this is why I'm requesting time enough for these other members of my community to participate as well.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning, general public comment.
Yes, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hi there, I'm Christina Boyer. I think a lot of you may know how I feel about Larso. I'm here in my personal capacity today. I'm a renter in CD5. I'm an attorney. I'm spending over half my income in rent. I don't have a single friend who's spending a reasonable amount in rent. And I just want to say a few things. Today, you're going to hear from a lot of people, and I want you to remember that tenants have been here for 2 years talking about this issue because it is life or death. There was an election last night. I think people have made it pretty clear we want our voices heard and we want affordable cities. I think it's a pretty easy choice today whether to stand with the working people of this city or big many interests who are frankly going to be angry with you no matter what. So I think it's an easy choice. I hope you endorse the Keep LA House demands, and thank you.
Jason Enright, general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hi, I know later today some of you are voting on Larso, on the rent control ordinance. A lot of people are going to have a lot to say. There's one story I've not yet had the courage to tell. When I was a kid, my mother was laid off for about 6 months. And I know a lot of people don't think there's that much of a difference between 1 or 2% rent increases. It's just, $20, $40 a month. When my mother was laid off, she didn't want us to lose our place, our house. And there were times when we were just $20, $40 short of paying the rent. And she would skip meals. She would not, 1 month she couldn't pay the heat bill for a week. So we all had to sleep in the same bed in the middle of the winter. She skipped doctor's appointments during those 6 months and because she couldn't afford it, and she got bronchitis and was very sick. So every dollar.
Your time has expired.
Yo, homie.
Hold on. Which items would you like to speak to?
All the motherfucking items.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Grote, you asshole. Regarding item number 33, for the record, smoke and scan. The assessor's ID number to this parcel 6121007014. No one gives a fuck. Thank you, Smoke and Scan, for that comment. Going back to 34, asshole, on CD11. Housing Department, LAHD. Is that the same acronym as JAP? JAP? I guess not. But going back to the ID number 423.
I'm sorry, can you hold this time? Mr. City Attorney, why is this person sitting in the gallery?
I believe he's made an accommodation request under the ADA, Mr. President.
All right, motherfucker. I'll get up like a man, bitch. Can I get my time back?
Your time was paused the entire time. You can resume his time, and you can resume speaking.
Thank you, Uncle Tom. Now you know who's the boss. So, ladies and gentlemen of Smoke and Scan, I couldn't finish this recommendation in CD11 for 34, so fuck item 34 for the record. Matter of fact, fuck CD5 too on item 35. It sounds like a rhyme, but I'm not left with time because a motherfucker fool interrupt me too. All right, so that's done. Let's go to the next one. Motion of McCocker. Hey, McCocker and Hutt. Where's your little witch outfit for the agreement in implementing the Grand Lot Project in Council District 15? Well, no one gives a fuck about housing. Let's go to Juju Bob Bloomfield on item 37 and CD 12, everybody. Topanga, oh no, it's Taanga Division Council. Council said to me in my ear, yeah, everybody, what do you say? Fuck that item 2, thank you. And then going to item 38 and CD 14, Ms. Jawardo on the wetback from Pacoima, Padilla. The viaduct. Transit Improvement Project. The only thing you can improve in this fucking society of ours is one goddamn thing. Corruption. Smoke and scan. Now into my general public comment.
You have 1 minute.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, in my hand I have 15 items to turn into the record against the city attorney up there. The guy with the big head with the bad haircut, right? Smoke and scan? Ooh, yeah. But in the case of Gabriela Leos, an individual plaintiff versus the city of El Monte, Jessica Ancuna, in the case number 223, CV02427KK, JPR for the record. Why is it you motherfuckers using criminal gangs to threaten people in public hearings? What's your gang, fool? What's the name of your gang, LAPD? We got Flores, we got Florencia, we got Cudahy, we got El Monte. Well, which of you motherfuckers are gonna step up and tell me where you're from, homies? Because this badass bitch will tell you now. It's gonna stop when Cash Patel and the FBI investigate this. So as I put on record, so long, niggas.
Next speaker.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Julia Sánchez y trabajo en Subway. Vengo a hacer un comentario público sobre la ordenanza de trabajo justo de comida rápida.
Hi, my name is Julia Sanchez. I am a worker at Subway, and I'm here to give a general public comment regarding fast food workers' pay.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Un minuto, adelante.
Ratas, cucarachas, fugas de aguas residuales y otras condiciones laborales inseguras son problemas generalizados en la industria de la comida rápida.
So rats, leaks, cockroaches, and other aspects like that are common things in uninhabitable work conditions that are happening in the fast food industry.
No se trata de problemas aislados, sino de riesgos a los que nos enfrentamos todo el tiempo.
And this isn't just about one-time instances. This is about things that we are facing regularly.
Les quiero dar este informe. Este informe muestra que los riesgos para la salud no se limitan a una o dos tiendas.
And I would like to turn in this report to you that shows that the health risks that we're facing is not something that's just happening in a few stores.
En los 12 condados más grandes de California ha habido casi 250 infracciones al código sanitario o cierre de tiendas de las 20 marcas más grandes que operan en California en los últimos 3 años.
And in 2 of the largest counties in California, there have been approximately 250 sanitation and health code violations in 20 of the largest brands in this area for the last 3 years.
Es muy probable que esta sea una subestimación.
And it's very likely that this is even an underestimation.
Somos quienes trabajamos en las cocinas, limpiamos los comedores y mantenemos los baños. A menudo somos los primeros en detectar un roedor o una fuga de aguas residuales.
And we're the ones that are working in the kitchens, cleaning off the eating area, and also cleaning the bathrooms. So we're going to be the first people who would see rodents or any sort of gray water leaks.
Por eso necesitamos capacitaciones sobre los derechos laborales. Antes de conocer mis derechos en el trabajo, me daba miedo hablar sobre riesgos para la salud.
And that's why we are demanding for us to have proper training so that we can know our rights as workers, because in the beginning, I was very afraid to be able to speak up about my rights.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning. I'm Daniel Garcia, and I want to pick on the issue on that program. Because millions of Americans, and also millions of people with my disability are in big trouble to afford food, and they are not alone on this call. And I want to know what the city is going to do about the SNAP program. Are you going to have actually resources for people like me and people like senior citizens, people like disabled people who are dependent on the food stamp program, on the SNAP program? It's very critical for people who are in the situation. And I want to know what is going to be the solution to your problem. What is going to go on in this thing? Thank you very much for your time.
Good morning. Which item
Good
would you like
morning.
to speak
General
to?
public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, a child born and raised in the cult of Scientology. I just want, again, I'm going to come here as much as I can to make sure you guys are aware of the infiltration of the city, the finances, the permits, everything. Street closures, not really helping the homeless and the neighborhood, not allowing Scientology's property to be used for the homeless when they're doing zero to actually help. They do not pay taxes. They have infiltrated with human trafficking, children and adults still to this day, but being paid $47 or less a week to infiltrate the city with their PR, whether that's on CPAP meeting boards or whether that's through the city officials actually having positions on the board. Please check your connection and relationship with Scientology. Please do not have your friends and association vouching for the cult that is literally abusing members on a daily basis. Get the city out.
Next speaker. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Hello, good morning. I just wanted to speak about the general comments here. I am a
1
proud
minute.
parent. I've resided in Hollywood since 2014. I've often questioned the tactics that Scientology and their C organization uses. My child is a student at an amazing LAUSD school. They have a wonderful community there that is just very heartwarming. And to my understanding, certain kids in Scientology may be denied a proper education, which I think is a very big problem. I encourage you to look into and prevent them from using permits for their events and for their road closures, because they use that to recruit people and children. They pay their members $47 a week. They have kids signing billion-year contracts to keep them in the organization. And they also run the purification rundown, which is basically a sauna where they pump the kids full of niacin and then throw them in the sauna for multiple hours a day. It's just very inhumane. So I encourage you to please look into that matter, and thank you for your time. Have a great day.
My turn.
Good morning. I
Good
assume
morning.
all items in general public comment?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so you
didn't
have
get to
3 minutes for
I
the
didn't get to
items and 1 minute for general. Before we start your time, I know that you came in a little late. So the items that are open for public comment on the agenda are items 33 through 38. Again, that's items 33 through 38 for anyone who came in late. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, the police one, I see we're giving more money to LAPD, and, oh, sorry. Sorry. I see we're giving more money to LAPD, and it's not that I don't support, the police and everything, but they have the lion's share of our budget. And then we have LAFD having to sell the baked goods and toys and cups and stuff to help with their budget. And I know you're saying you're allowing agencies to do that, which is great, but why does the fire department have to sell baked goods to help fund them, but the group that gets the biggest share of our our budget is getting more, and then it's just, I don't know, it's just really weird. And you took from the fire to give to Medicaid, but then you taking from the homeless to give to LAPD. It's just a lot of weird stuff. I don't understand it, but and it's no slam on the officers. I'm just talking budget stuff.
So, Speaker, you've exhausted your time on 37.
Okay, and then when it comes to, and that's a and the ones that with Mr. Lee, I had to remind Mr. Lee he owes me an apology. So on the ones that are his, okay, because his names are on it, until Mr. President bangs the gavel and says, Mr. Lee.
I'm going to ask that you can speak to this during general if you'd like.
Okay, I will, but until Mr. President does that, I have to say no. Okay, and when it comes to all the housing things that, issues and stuff, I just want to let you know that the Scientology, when you're trying to help housing, right, you're trying to get people into housing and not out of housing.
So,
please,
Speaker,
yeah,
there's no
that's the
housing
ones with
items.
the 31 or whatever with the houses.
So there's no housing items. There are the rent escrow account
Right.
program. So if you want to speak to those, I'm going to ask that you speak to the REAP program. Otherwise, you can continue during general if you'd like.
The REAP program, I really, and I forgot to shout out Smoke and Scam because I know he corrects me when the way I say REAP. I don't say it right, and I appreciate that, keeping it all straight. So thank you, Smoke and Scam, for that, because I don't know I never know how to pronounce it. Anyway, but did I mention that Mr. Lee owes me an apology? In spite of REAP issues, he does. And when it comes to the REAP, or because I think I was calling it REAP or whatever, but there's people who are being forced into homelessness because for whatever reason at Scientology, okay? And that's unfair. Here you have these programs where you keep putting houses on and off things and dealing with housing in people's houses. And there's people thrown into the streets for $500 because they became disabled or something. I wish you would deal with that gap. Or there's elderly that can't function, they can't do their job anymore, and they're kicked out with $500. So in this REAP program, I wish you would give those houses to people who are being kicked out of Scientology because they are disabled or old and can't do their 100 hours
General
of work.
public comment?
Thank you. Public comment. Did I mention that Mr. Lee owes me an apology, and I think that Mr. President should bang his gavel and say, come on, it's been long enough, just do it already. But if not, if that's not the case, even though he's not listening, see, Mr. President, you owe me an apology now too, but maybe you're working, and maybe I should let you get off the hook. But I'm here about Scientology. I'm tired that you guys are giving them permits, and even though we come time and time again to say they abuse those permits continuously. Okay, they are preventing the public when they're not allowed to prevent the public. They are, Lara got assaulted by one of the members' children, and the guards send the kids inside the building to avoid any kind of consequences, for their actions. Okay, that's called obstruction of justice. And guess what happens? You guys keep giving them permits. Why? They're not abiding by any of them. Like that, there's not, and right now they're building some big structures, and there's no permits for that. There's no signing that they're getting any kind of inspections. There's going to be an injury someday.
Speaker,
and you still owe me that apology, Mr. Lee.
Speaker, your time has expired.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to thank you, Mr. President, and my colleagues publicly for your words of encouragement and support during my illness and absence. Really appreciated it. Happy to be back and serving the people of the City of LA and CD9. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. We're very happy to have you back. And thank you for staying in touch with all of us and keeping us up to date. Obviously, as you can imagine, there was a lot of concern. So hearing from you was great. You can make an announcement. Yes.
Apologies. I just wanted to uplift that yesterday, the Salvadorian corridor was hit by federal agents twice in one day. And they came back again this morning. So they took a handful of folks this morning from the Salvadorian corridor again.